see if we can get the phone to stay up there. Gotta drive out to the valley. I don't want that one down. I think the phone will be secure there. Move it up just a little bit. Should be good. We're going to go to Post Falls. I just found a 2008 Chevy Tahoe on Marketplace for $400. Runs and drives. The girl said that she started to do an oil change, bought the wrong filter, couldn't find it at Walmart, gave up hope. So we're gonna go ahead and go snag it. Just do a ride along. I haven't done a ride along video in years. Hopefully I don't get too much glare. First to fifth. AC in this car works pretty damn good. Since my first video, did get a new windshield. And ES 300 steering wheel. Of course, the black cloth manual track Solera front seats. I do need to change the thermostat though. It doesn't matter how long the car idles, it won't get above quarter on the gauge as far as how hot it gets. Warmed up it'll get. Like my wide open throttle video, I know a couple people said something about doing that to a cold car. I had driven the car for about two hours straight beforehand. And also today, I stopped smoking. This is a Geek Bar Sour Apple Ice Pulse X, zero nicotine. So, and then this other Geek Bar, 2% juice on it. So, after almost 10 years of smoking and vaping, we're going to be done. Probably won't be a full ride along, but we'll at least get over to the gas station. I'm going to go ahead and get gas. We're at a quarter tank. We're going to do inner and outer tie rods before the summer and finish replacing the exhaust hanger and flange in the back that broke. Got to drive this car to over near Shelton, Washington next weekend. I found a gallery series on Facebook Marketplace. Texted the guy, he was going to part it out or put a motor in it. I texted him, I said, hey, how about I help you do your engine swap? And because said he didn't know how to do it, I said, I'll talk you through how to do it. I'll help as much as I can over the phone and then in person. I told him I wanted his gallery series wheels. So I'm going to be trading these 16-inch wheels from a 2011 Camry with the gallery series ones, and then my business partner and I have a buddy who has his own powder coating and chrome plating shop, and so he's going to go ahead and chrome plate them for me for $100 each, which is a lot better than the usual anywhere between $200 and $350. I think the average price is like $200 to $500 depending on if you want to do a chrome powder coat or if you want to do the actual chrome plate. I'm just going to have them do a double plate on it and call it a day. Then I'll have the Gallery Series 5 spokes in chrome, and then I have a set of tires from a car from Copart that they're I'm trying to remember what brand they are. I don't remember the brand, but they were brand new in the back of the car that we got. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw them on there. They're the correct size. They're the 205 65 15. Driving this car. This has got to be one of the most powerful V6 Toyota Camrys I've ever driven. I've driven quite a few V6 manuals, and granted I haven't driven my V6 5-speed Solaire in a few years due to electrical issues with the fuse block and wiring going to the alternator relay, so it runs and drives but nothing charges, and the gauges and windows and lights won't work. But that car's got some pretty good get up and go, but next to that one, this one I would say is the most powerful. Bought the car 254, let's see, 254 200, we're at 255 404 now. 3200 on trip A, and trip B is my gas tank at 297. The oil change sticker fell off, but it's due at 256 on the nose. I don't remember what the month was though, so I'm probably just going to go ahead and do it here in a little bit, probably this weekend. Coolant flush, I already did a brake fluid replacement, same thing with the clutch. Went ahead and bled the clutch, new fluid as well. I do need to replace the turn signal stock. Sometimes you smack the top of the steering column and it'll start working. Otherwise it'll just sit there and kind of flicker in and out of existence, barely wanting to work. Good Boss radio, Bluetooth. Definitely need new speakers though. Fucking light was going to be green. I don't know if you can see it, anyone can see it from up there or not, but however long the video is at this point, plus drove the car about 20 minutes before, or the car sat for about 20 minutes from driving across town already earlier. Sat for a few, and then we're barely at a quarter on our temp gauge. I have a new AC Delco thermostat to put in the car though. And then despite having 255,000 miles, this is a super solid shifter. Definitely a lot smoother than the 4-cylinder 5-speed I bought a few weeks ago. I got to do the timing belt on that this week as well. love that even if, not right now, but even just for driving around town, if I lug it around in fifth gear doing 30 miles an hour, you're up to speed. You don't have to downshift into a different gear. These MZ motors are definitely pretty freaking torquey. I do probably need to do tie rods too. There's not too much slop in the steering wheel, but it will go from right to left a little bit here and there. This fucking Jeep. I do love my 8-ball shift, 8-ball suicide knob. Mr. Matt over at 100 MGD has a V6, couple V6 and 5 speeds, and I think on all of his 5-speed Camrys he's always had a little swivel ball on the steering wheel. And I can say for driving around in the city and definitely in parking lots, 100% recommend doing this in any manual vehicle. I'm definitely going to have one in any manual car I have in the future. It's a lot easier than trying to fumble with the steering wheel and turn it the right way and shift all at the same time. You have a lot going on. I do need to still get the new front and back bumpers. As you can see from the first video a little bit ago, we had some small issues with the car, nothing too major. Some damage to the front bumper, missing a piece of the rear. I was able to tape the front together and replace one of the marker lights. I have a brand new set of headlights that are on my donor car, black parts car, over at my storage lot. I did get the driver window fixed. It ended up not even being the window switch, but the door harness itself. So I had to replace that door harness, and then same with the passenger rear door. Replaced both harnesses. Now the car locks and unlocks. Then I still need to order another RS3000 remote, because right now this is June's remote, but on these RS3000 remotes you can program to something else from 100 MGD. You could actually have two cars on the same key fob. One button will work for one car, one button will work for the other car. I want to get this car its own key fob, and I want to get a dealer cut key. Right now I just have about 5 or 6 like Walmart or Home Depot style copies. They do the job, but as the years progress, and depending on how much you drive, how often your keys are in and out of your ignition, you might run into some wear and tear, and the keys bending and stripping out easily over time. Nothing beats factory. Definitely need to do brakes, rotors, pads, front and back. Once again, parts that are already ordered, but we just don't have yet. But I'm at a red light. I'll go ahead and show you if I can grab my phone without stopping the video. But yeah, we're where we're at, and we still have the thermostat where it's at. But 15 minutes, I think now is a good stopping point. And I don't want to make it too long, make it unwatchable. I still got another 20 minutes to my friends, but anyway, that'll be out for all. Yes, seatbelt is buckled, but because we have Solaris seats, it's wired different. Anyway, thanks for watching.